Everyone, welcome to Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works. This is Aisha, your Tuesday vlogger. I am back and in full effect for May 21st, 2013, and I have been privileged to go back and grab last week's question and answer it. And so it is all about bariatric aftercare. And for me, when I saw the question, I was like, hey, am I in line with what is being asked here? So I believe in the bariatric aftercare. I love going to see my surgeon. And so first question is, do you still see your bariatric surgeon? When was the last time? I just saw my bariatric surgeon in November at my 2-year mark. I went November 15th, 2012 to check in with him for the 2-year mark. And great conversation with him concerning my performance and where I stand in terms of my health and my normal BMI and the progress I've made, being even more pounds smaller than when he saw me in November 2012. And I think it's one of the great privileges. My package for weight loss surgery came with free annual visits. And I believe that annual visit is such a great time to have a conversation about things like, you know, how much of a portion of food should I be eating at this point? And how do I avoid regain? And, you know, all the questions you can think of. I usually have a list of questions. He'll check my tummy and any concerns I have. And so I encourage anybody who is, you know, 2.5 years post-op or more to, you know, get yourself back in to see the bariatric surgeon. I know there are people that avoid going to see the bariatric surgeon because they don't want to deal with what has happened to them in their post-op life, or perhaps they haven't reached the goal that the surgeon set for them. But I think it's just a great opportunity to reset and think through, you know, your whole bariatric process. And in my case, my surgeon is in San Diego, California, and I love San Diego. So I take the whole day off and I shop and I have lunch, and it's just been a great experience. I encourage people to do it. So next question is, do you get annual labs done? Absolutely. My healthcare tracks my progress, and they begin to inform me by letter that it is time to get my labs, and then I'm very proactive with being my own advocate, and so I'll say I want A, B, and C tested as well, and then I go and get a slew of labs done and be able to go over that information with my primary care doctor. So I believe in the annual lab. In the early days, it helped me catch the fact that I needed to up the iron that I was taking. I certainly don't want to be anemic or have any kind of problems, and so I was able to switch my brand of iron, and I was also able to start utilizing dry D. So I do a chewable D that is dry, which is better for a bypass person, and all of that came out of seeing my labs and saying, hey, I need to make some improvement before I have a problem. And next question is, in case of a bariatric emergency, do you have a plan, a hospital? I'm fortunate that I live not too far from 2 of my healthcare's hospitals. And because my healthcare performs bariatric surgery, I would have to trust that they would be able to get me a bariatric surgeon in the emergency room if that was the case. I have decided that I would probably give my mom, she's my emergency contact person, my surgeon in San Diego's phone number, so that if I ever ended up in emergency, she could then follow up with a phone call to my actual surgeon. But that's the only plan that I have, other than if I can drive myself to the hospital, etc. And do I wear a bariatric medical bracelet? I don't, and I should, but I don't. There are some very cute ones available, actually, but I don't. I've often thought about it, so I'm guilty of not wearing one. And have you ever suffered from any medical complications related to your bariatric surgery? I have not December of 2011, there was some concern about what appeared to be a mass in my tummy. And after CT scan and ultrasound, it was concluded that it was nothing there. And so far so good. I do a lot of ab work and I stay active with cardiovascular fitness, and so my tummy has been hanging in there and I certainly can eat. But I'm very thankful. I don't take it for granted or take it lightly. The health of my body at this point, I still have my gallbladder, and I still am able to, stay healthy with my bypass. And so I'm thankful for that, and that I have not had any kind of medical emergency. But that is all the answers that I have for you this week concerning these questions. Certainly, if you have not seen your bariatric doctor in a long time, and if you're further out, I usually hear people who are further post-op than I am sort of blow off the whole notion of going to see their bariatric doctor. And I think that it's a winning situation when you go in and check in with the bariatric surgeon and talk about your progress, or perhaps if you are in regain or undernourished or having some nutritional problems or things of that nature, it's a great time to talk about it with your surgeon. So anyway, that's it for this week. I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.